Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to cover a relatively new project that has been pumping, but now it's kind of in a small cool down phase. And this project is called Olympus or the Ohm token, right? Again, as always, guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your research on any of the projects that we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website Olympus DAO, that is OLYMPUS DAO.finance or Olympus DAO .finance, right? In order to learn more about this project. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to basically go to their docs, which you can find out at docs.olympusdao.finance in order to understand about the project, right? So what is Olympus? Olympus is an algorithmic currency protocol based on the Ohm token. It introduces unique economic and game theoretic dynamics into the market through asset backing and protocol controlled value. Read more about the game theory of Olympus in one of our blogs. Again, in order to summarize what this all means, it's basically an algorithmic cryptocurrency that is based on the Ohm token, right? So Ohm token is basically their native currency on their platform, and it basically tries to introduce economic incentives combined with game theory in order to create a valuable cryptocurrency which will retain its value, right? So that's basically the whole point of Olympus. What is the point of Olympus? Again, speaking about the points, our goal is to build a policy-controlled currency system in which the behavior of the Ohm token is controlled at a high level by the DAO. In the long term, we believe this system can be used to optimize for stability and consistency so that Ohm can function as a global unit of account and medium of exchange currency. In the short term, we intend to optimize the system for growth and wealth creation, right? So again, in this sentence, they basically explained what their long-term and short-term goal is, right? So if you take the short-term goal, they basically want to currently optimize the Olympus system, in order to ensure growth and wealth creation, which means people who invest in this project earlier, have been substantially rewarded, and it's still very early for this project, and I believe that this project can continue to exist in the long run as a valuable, unique project that has its own niche. But when it comes to the main and important goal for this project, they basically want to build a token that is fully controlled by the decentralized autonomous organization or the DAO, right? So they want the Olympus DAO, which consists of people who hold the tokens, to control the behavior or the nature of the Ohm token itself, and that makes it very decentralized. In the long term, we believe this system can be used to optimize for stability and consistency so that Ohm can function as a global unit of account and medium of exchange currency. So again, they want Ohm to be a global unit of account and a medium of exchange cryptocurrency, which means they want Ohm to retain its value irrespective of the inflation that's happening in the real world. Ohm will continue to retain its value, right? And they basically want to ensure that the platform is stable and it's able to provide consistency in such a way that the Ohm token will retain its value for a very long time, right? So again, I know it may be a little bit more confusing, but I'll try to provide a summary to help you guys understand this protocol, right? How do I participate in Olympus? Again, there are some important information that you need to understand if you want to participate in Olympus. So please bear with me on this particular sentence, right? So there are two main strategies for market participants: staking and bonding. So again, if you want to participate in the Olympus DAO ecosystem, you would basically have to you can basically participate in either of the two criteria. So in a staking and the other one is bonding. Stakers stake their OHM tokens in return for more OHM tokens, while bonders provide LP or DAI tokens in exchange for discounted OHM tokens at a fixed vesting period. So if you take people who want to stake their OHM tokens, they can do so and earn more OHM tokens, right? And people who want to bond their OHM tokens, they would have to provide a liquidity pool with OHM DAI pair on Uniswap and then stake that LP token on Olympus in order to get more OHM tokens. But the difference is you will get more OHM tokens at a significantly discounted price, right? And any OHM tokens that you earn at a discounted price will be will undergo a vesting schedule which will lock the tokens for a decent period of time. So again, that's something that you guys definitely need to understand. So if you want to stake it, you can stake and earn inflationary rewards just like every platform. But when you want to bond it, that's when you have the unique feature of this platform, which will kind of like provide discounted OHM tokens as rewards for people who are bonding, and that will be the rewards that you're going to receive at a discounted price will be vested for a small duration of time, right? So this is basically how this platform mainly functions, right? Governance participants can get involved in our forum and through discussions on our community Discord and DAO Discord service respectively. We are always looking for new community members to contribute. Again, if you want to participate in governance of this platform, which is the ultimate goal of this project to become a fully decentralized DAO, people who own the OHM tokens will be able to vote on the future of the project, right? So again, that's basically how you become you ensure that the Olympus platform itself becomes a DAO, right? So you can also go to their social media platforms such as Discord and their community Discord in order to communicate with the team, as well as try to provide your ideas which they may potentially like use, right? So again, a very simple but at the same time quite elegant process when it comes to bonding. So how can I benefit from Olympus? So if you're asking, okay, so there is this platform that has staking and bonding, so it's just like any other DeFi platform. How is it benefiting me? If that's your question, then this section answers that. The main benefit for stakers comes from supply growth. So again, if you are trying to stake, then you basically get the supply growth, which means you get new tokens provided to you from the token supply, right? The protocol mints new OHM tokens from the treasury, the majority of which are distributed to the stakers. Again, they have a treasury fund from where the new inflationary reward incentives are basically minted, right? So that's something that you need to know. Thus, the gain for stakers will come from their auto compounding balances through price exposure, though price exposure remains an important consideration. So again, if you are staking, you will be able to avail your auto compounding benefit by staking, which will kind of like provide you whatever rewards you're getting, it will be automatically staked to give you even more rewards and so on and so forth, right? So it's kind of like a auto compounding cycle which will ensure that not only tokens are dumped in the market automatically, but are also providing incentives for people to keep their tokens staked, right? So that's the main thing here. And that is, if the increase in token balance outpaces the potential drop in price due to inflation, stakers would make a profit. So again, this point is quite important to understand in my opinion. So if the increase in token balance outpaces the potential drop in price, so again, if you are staking your token and the token price goes down, but you're continuously receiving inflationary rewards, even though the token price is going down, since you're continuously getting more and more tokens through the auto compounding factor, you will still make a profit. Let's say, for example, you stake $1,000 worth of OHM token, they are providing you new Ohm tokens, which will automatically be staked to increase your compounding, auto compounding feature, right? Which will help you earn more and more tokens really quickly. And how this works is, if the token price of Ohm token goes, if your overall token stake value goes below $1,000, which is your initial investment, since you are getting new tokens, your overall balance will still be higher, because the volume of tokens that is being staked will consistently increase, thereby giving you a profit, right? So that's a very interesting way to understand even how, let's say, in PancakeSwap, if you stake cake tokens, cake is an inflationary token, right? But by staking cake token, you're auto compounding it, especially in the auto compound pool, right? You will be able to still make a decent amount of gain because of the fact that you are earning more cake tokens, and even though each cake token is worth less than what you initially paid for, right? So again, it's a very interesting concept, which is in many cases only possible in DeFi, right? The main benefit for bonders comes from price consistency. So again, think about this. For a staker, it's not a really big innovation, right? For people who are bonding their tokens, they get price consistency, which is the main incentive for people to bond their tokens, right? Bonders commit a capital upfront and are promised a fixed return at a set point in time. That return is in Ohm, and thus the bonder's profit would depend on Ohm price when the bond matures. Bonders benefit from a rising or static Ohm price. Again, if you are bonding your tokens, you will have a slightly different financial incentive, right? So let's say you are bonding $1,000 in $1,000 of Ohm and $1,000 of DAI, and you're providing liquidity, and you're staking the LP tokens. You're basically bonding the LP tokens in Olympus, right? The initial value is obviously 2,000, but bear in mind that since you're providing liquidity to Uniswap, your $1,000 worth of Ohm and the $1,000 worth of DAI will not be the same, because as people buy and sell Ohm tokens, you're basically causing an imbalance, which potentially leads to impermanent loss, thereby making your total value the same or similar, but your individual tokens go up and down depending on whether people are trying to buy more Ohm token or sell more Ohm token, right? So, but every single time someone buys Ohm tokens, you will be receiving some trading fees from Uniswap, which is an incentive for you to kind of like provide liquidity, right? But that's aside, you will get your liquidity provider tokens, which is LP tokens from Uniswap, which you can take it and bond it in Olympus platform, right? So when you bond in Olympus, your LP token will have its own value. Let's say the LP token in this particular example is $2,000, because the underlying tokens are worth $1,000 each, right? So again, just for the purpose of example, right? So your LP tokens are worth $2,000 when you stake them in Olympus, right? Or when you bonded them in Olympus. So when you are basically bonding your LP tokens, you are promised a fixed return rate at a set point in time. So you can't unbond it. You can only unbond it after a particular period of time, which means your LP tokens are locked for a set period of time. But in return, you will be getting a fixed rate of return, which means you will get a guaranteed yield, right? So in return for bonding and kind of like bonding it for a decent period of time, which will be locked, you are receiving a fixed rate of return, right? And this rate of return will be paid out to you in Ohm tokens. So this will be paid out to you in Ohm tokens after the bond matures, right? So when you think about rewards here, you're basically kind of sacrificing time in order to receive Ohm tokens at a fixed rate, which is available at a decently discounted price from the market price of Ohm, right? So this bonding strategy is only beneficial for people who want to, like, maybe leave their LP token locked for a decent period of time, or are looking to get a fixed rate of return, right? So this is only beneficial for those type of people. And if you're bonding, you basically benefit from a rising or static ohm price. So if you bond and the ohm price is static, which means it's moving sideways, or if the price of ohm is increasing, then you get a profit, right? But if the price of ohm is going down, then you will suffer a loss, right? But when it comes to staking, it's a typical staking strategy. You consistently like increase in value even if the price of the token goes down, and you consistently increase in value, significant increase in value if your token price goes up, right? So again, so bonding is not for everyone. I just want to make it very clear, right? Who created Olympus? Olympus was ideated by Zeus and built by a distributed pseudo-anonymous team. So again, the team is anonymous in this case, so it shouldn't be a big concern for everyone, because there are several anonymous developers who have built successful projects in the past. Who runs Olympus? No one. Olympus is a DAO governed project. All decisions are formed by community members on the forum and made by token holders through snapshot voting. So again, if you have Ohm token, you will get access to their community Discord, where you can participate in governance, and that will be screenshotted, and depending on how much votes a particular activity is getting, the majority of the voters will have their say fulfilled in the platform, and therefore making it a DAO, right? So that's something that's very interesting. Overall, the project is quite interesting, but at the same time it offers a choice for people who want to do regular staking versus bonding, right? So going back to the coin market cap page for Olympus token, this token is currently ranked 2611th by market cap on coin market cap, with a current trading price of $395.69. Again, the price may be too high, but if you look at the tokenomics, you will understand why the price is too high, and also the market cap as well, right? And it recently had a 7.45% increase in price point within the past 24 hours, right? So it has kind of been a very volatile token. The market cap information is not really available, but I definitely believe that the project has less than $15 million in market cap, which makes it like a low market cap token. And the circulating and max supply information is not really available on CoinMarketCap. So let's kind of quickly go to CoinGecko to see the see if the information is available there. So basically, you kind of have 793 tokens as max supply. Okay, this information is from CoinGecko, and about 580,000 tokens are in circulation. So again, the token max supply is extremely low, which means it's one of the most scarcest tokens, right? And if you see the market cap, again, instead of saying $15 million, I should have said $150 million. I made a mistake before. So the actual market cap is $229 million in market cap. Again, this is from CoinGecko, right? Then the max supply is 700,000 tokens. So please take this into account whenever you're doing, whenever you're doing research, because this information may not necessarily be available in CoinMarketCap, right? And looking at the market cap to TVL ratio, you can clearly see that it's currently a bit overvalued based on that ratio at 4.23 value, which means it's 4 times more overpriced than the amount of value that's locked into this project, right? Again, that's just an arbitrary information that will potentially be useful for you guys. But going back to the coin market cap page and going to the price chart information, you can clearly see that the token price has been moving sideways, which means people who have bonded their Ohm DAI LP tokens are probably making some consistent gains. People who are staking are also probably making some really consistent gains. So it is a good time for both people who bond as well as people who stake, right? So if you see, the initial price point is available since early April 2021, when the token prices were $281.12, and then the price went and touched an all-time highs of about $1,400 per token on end of April, before coming crashing back down and making an all-time lows of about $211 or even $200 per token during the end of May this year. And then it's been moving sideways. It's been trying to go up, but I think there's the sell pressure probably from people who are staking Ohm token is kind of pushing this token price down, and along with the overall market kind of moving sideways, right? So I think the token, although it's not at its all-time lows, it's still pretty much at its low periods. So if you are interested in buying a small teeny tiny fraction of this token, you can do it. Again, not financial advice, please do your own research, but it's a good buying opportunity because it is moving sideways, right? You can buy it and then bond it, not earn more Ohm tokens, or even stake it to earn more Ohm tokens as well. But overall, this token has been kind of like moving sideways, and it's poised to make a pump, right? If you take the Bitcoin compare on the other hand, you can clearly see that the token price follows the Bitcoin comparative follows the dollar comparative. The token was initially worth 0.007 BTC per token, and it made an all-time highs of about 0.02 BTC per token before coming crashing back down to an all-time lows of 0.005 BTC per token. And then since then it's been moving sideways, but if you see, it is trying to move upwards, and dollar cost averaging at this price would be a good potential, right, opportunity, right? So again, this token could go more sideways, or it could a little bit dip downwards, but if you see, it hasn't been as volatile as we would expect from several new projects. That shows that this project is better maturing compared to several other projects, right? So that's something to note. But overall, it seems like it's a good buy opportunity for people who are a dollar cost average in, right? If you take the market where it's available, it's a relatively new token, therefore it's definitely available on Uniswap version 2 and version 3, and also on SushiSwap. You can also get it from 1inch, 0x, and that's pretty much it. You can only get it from decentralized exchanges, and it hasn't really been listed on any centralized exchange, which means two things, right? You would either have to buy this token with high gas fees on Ethereum because of the gas fees on Ethereum right now, or you can wait till exchanges like Gate.io or MXC or even KuCoin list this token, right? So overall, you are earlier than several centralized exchanges listing this token. So there will be some centralized exchanges that will list this token that will probably push the price of this token slightly higher. But overall, my verdict is they are trying to do something really unique. But at the same time, there is not, based on the chart, there's not a lot of enthusiasm on this project as we would see from other projects, right? It's a double-edged sword, because if there's no enthusiasm, the token price can move sideways. If there's a lot of enthusiasm, there could be pump and dumps, right? So you kind of are walking on a very thin line, so you need to be very careful. It is still considered as a risky project, although its market cap is above $200 million in market cap. Its scarcity is something that I'm really impressed with. It has made an all-time highs of $1,400 per token. So now, if you see, it's significantly, significantly declined since its all-time high. So there is a high chance that this token can retest its all-time highs and maybe touch the 1,500 mark by the end of this bull run. And then the long-term price potential purely depends on other innovative modules this project adds, right? And whether this DApp becomes a decentralized, whether it becomes a multi-chain decentralized DApp, or if it just continues to exist on Ethereum, right? Because one of the main drawbacks that I could see is, since it's mainly available only on Ethereum dexes, not a lot of retail investors would be interested in buying this, right? And if a new retail investor wants to buy this token, they'll probably freak out because of the price point, without realizing that the market cap is extremely low compared to several other projects, and also the token supply is extremely small as well, right? So when it comes to those kind of considerations, I would say that this project may have a little bit of tough time getting adoption, but I would probably buy a teeny tiny fraction of this project, hold it on, wait till it goes to its all-time highs or even moves to like 1500 or even above that by the next bull run, and then sell it, and then you can move on, right? It's a good project to make some really quick gains in the short term. In the long term, you need to kind of be very careful because they need to be innovating. There's very severe competition, and I think Ohm needs to obviously innovate and try to add new modules or new products to its platform, because just bonding and staking is not really going to be impressive for several DeFi investors as well as DeFi degens, right? They need to obviously like do something innovative, consistently improve, make it multi-chain, give more benefits to token holders, give more incentives for token holders to stake, so on and so forth, right? So I'm going to keep my eye on this token for long term to see how it pans out. If they continuously keep innovating this project, I will probably be a long-term hodler. Otherwise, for now, I'm personally going to be a short-term investor, maybe buy 1 or 2 tokens max, and then like stake it, because bonding it, you're gonna lock it for a decent period of time. So I don't think it's worth bonding it. Personally, I wouldn't really bond it. I'd probably like stake it, earn some inflationary rewards, and then wait for the price to go to $1,500 per token, sell it, and then move on, right? But if it's a promising project for the long term, then I'll definitely invest in this long term, right? But again, that's just my verdict, guys. Remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.